the competitive nature of the game. There's not a practice or a day that goes by where we're like, oh, we just outperformed them. It's always competitive, and I feel like every one of them gives their best every single day, and we do the same. So I would say the competitive nature.
Some of the D-line said they call you captain.
Yeah.
What does that mean to you, just to hear that?
Yeah, it's crazy, embracing that role of that leadership that like I said, I never thought I'd be in this position, but just sure enough as it came, like I was ready for it. But it's just a crazy feeling because, like, especially thinking about where I came from as a freshman, I came a long way. So I would say I definitely embrace it.
Do you ever think back and be like, I could have made different decisions, going basketball or football, and trusting the process?
Definitely. I mean, that's just life, thinking about different decisions you could have made. But I feel like that's what makes it so exciting, I definitely made the right decision with sticking with football. I know that, and I knew that back then, Even when I wanted to play basketball, I knew this would be a better future for me, so football definitely.
Is there a moment where you think about where it kind of clicked for you, like, I'm a leader now, I have to be a captain?
Yeah. I would say probably last year during offseason, it was a day during NDOC or something, I believe. And it was tough. Like I believe it was raining. It was like weather conditions weren't the best, and we kind of like going like slower as a team just when that adversity hit. But I felt like no one was really speaking up, and I feel like it was not best for me, but like I feel like I was in the right place to say something to the team. So like I just went out there and I said something, but it was like not like rehearsed or anything, It just came kind of natural. Like I'm just talking and like words came out of my mouth. But like after that, I feel like I got a lot of respect from not just my teammates, but like the coaches and everyone else in the program too. So I was
Was that this offseason?
Nah, I think it was last offseason. It might have been 2 offseasons ago, but I think it was last offseason.
Okay, sure. You said a second ago you didn't think you'd be in this position. Why not?
Just coming in as a freshman for me, it was hard. Like you said, come from basketball culture. Like the sports are they're very different, I would say. So just with basketball, going over to football, it was not a hard transition, but like I said, it was different. So I had to learn the ropes. I had to learn the ins and outs, and I thought I was playing catch up my freshman year. Especially because guys been playing football their whole lives. Me, I just started playing my senior year, so I felt like I was playing catch up, and I was trying to catch up to everyone else. So that's what I would say.
How did you make that transition?
To play football, I had a lot of inspirations around me, like my older brother, my uncle, and people around me just telling me that like I kind of had the knack for playing football. I played when I was younger, but I didn't really think much of it, so I just kind of focused on basketball. But once I had guys like my brother who I really look up to, he telling me that like I should give it a try. Like I gave it a try, and just sure enough, like it happened like really fast, and it was a surreal experience. Like so, I had to make that hard decision of like whether I was gonna play basketball or football. But I definitely chose football, just because I know like the potential that I had.
What does he say to you now? I told you so.
Definitely, you already know, big brothers all the time. I told you so. But he just congratulates me every chance he gets. So it was great. Like, I'm glad he really recommended it for me.
Do you talk to him after games or after practices, just kind of getting his thoughts?
Yeah, definitely. He always, because he's actually not playing anymore. He just stopped playing. So he will actually text me before a game, text me after the game, tell me what I did, what I could do better, but always being positive. Like that big brother, like he's always been to me my whole life. So it's great. Like, I'm really glad I have him.
Was there any thoughts of like your freshman year, it's really tough, like quitting, or is that a situation where your brother would never let you quit, your support system would never let you quit?
When times would get rough, like I said, I'm gonna always emphasize this. Like the rough times in basketball and the rough times in football are totally different. So it's like a real physical and mental game, like with football. So something I never experienced before. It definitely got rough at times, and he was always there just to tell me like, don't let your emotions get the best of you. Like this is just temporary feeling, and like years later, I'm gonna look back and like I'm gonna be glad that I didn't quit. So
I want to ask about kind of like the buzz around you going into the season. I know maybe you don't listen to that, but you know, Coach Lynn was asked on the ESPN radio show, who's the guy we're not talking about? He said Devan Thompkins. Eric Henderson, Coach Henny, in the spring said, you know, this guy's going to have a big year. We're all counting on him. You know, NFL guys are going to be looking at him. What do you think about when you hear that, or is that something you just kind of tune out? Or are you hearing that feedback from the coaches in the meeting room?
I mean, yeah, I'll hear it sometimes. You know, I don't go looking for it, but like my mom or just any of my family members will send it to me, and it's a great feeling, you know. But like, I'm really just excited for the season. I don't really like look at like outside narratives, you know. But Coach Henny, Coach Lynn, Coach Noah, all those guys, they put me in a position to be where I am today. So I give thanks to those guys before anything.
I'm asking you as the captain in that room, who is somebody we're not talking about enough?
As much as I hate to do that, I don't like singling guys out, but Floyd Bucard.
Okay.
Floyd. I love Floyd. He has a great skill set, especially for a freshman. His footwork is unbelievable, especially at this age. And he kind of has just that natural knack for the game, you know. He didn't miss a beat as well. Just I was talking about Jakeem, Floyd Bucard definitely going to be a guy to watch.
He's Canadian.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anybody doubting the program right now, what are you telling them? What's your warning for this season?
Shoot, just wait to see. That's all I'll say. You know, like I said, I don't do the outside narratives, but like, if you got doubts about us, like, just wait to see. That's all I'll say.
Do you feel more prepared just going to year 2 in the Big Ten? Just, you know, you guys were kind of throwing, you didn't really know what to expect. You know, travel, players, play style. Do you feel like much better prepared going into this year?
Yeah, you know, it's always much smoother that second time go around. So I would say, yeah, we collectively as a team will definitely be more prepared. It's been an emphasis for us all offseason. You know, we ain't really like forget about anything that happened last season, whatever that happened, but we take that as not losses, but lessons, you know. So it's gonna be better the second time go around for sure.
I want to ask, has this offseason felt super long for you just because you had so many tough losses last year? You're eager to get back out there and show that you've learned lessons from that season?
I feel like this offseason went great. I feel like it went smooth. It went faster than I actually expected. So I wouldn't say the season last year had anything to do with this offseason, though, but I feel like this offseason went great, definitely.
What is Coach Henry in terms of, you hear about him, you know who he coached?
Yeah.
Was there anything that he came up and said, oh, no, that's why he is who he is?
Yeah, you know, I'll never forget, like, our first meeting that we had with Coach Henry, he told us, the first thing he told us was we were too light. Like, our weight needed to go up, and I knew from that moment that like he was serious about business, you know, like kind of the approach he had to it. It wasn't like a laugh it off kind of like. It was really serious and direct to us. So, you know, Coach Henry, I had to believe in like trusting him to like never steer us in the wrong direction. So whether we wanted to like gain that weight or not, like collectively as a unit, we did it, and you know it definitely played a part for us last season, and it will continue to do so this season.